should be going live here in a few seconds. There we are. Hello, my name is Gian Roberts, and welcome to this live broadcast. If you are watching this live, please leave a comment live below, okay? Comment hashtag live below. And if you're watching this on the replay, put hashtag replay below. This helps me track who's watching this live and who's watching the replay, and that way I can keep track of it. Otherwise, I just see comments. I don't really realize who's live and who's not live. All right, so in this video, I'm going to share with you how to retire younger, what retire younger means, and how you can get started today. Basically, I'm the author of the book, Retire Younger, and so I'm going to explain to you what retire younger means and how you can get started today. All right, and I'm going to give you a free copy of this book, a digital copy of this book, simply by going to the URL Retire Younger. That's this name here, Retire Younger, all one word. .us/call. Okay, so go ahead and go to that URL after you watch this video. Go to retireyounger.us/call, get a free digital copy of my book, and you can also schedule a call with me, and I'm going to explain why you want to schedule a call with me and in this video. And I hope that helps you out, because I'm very excited about sharing this information with you today. I prepared a little slideshow that's going to explain exactly what retire younger means and why you should consider it. All right, so you're either have been taught one of two paradigms, right? The first paradigm, you were taught from a very young age, right? From a very young age, from before you even started school, you were taught this model that you get up in the morning, you get a good education, right? And then when you get a good education, you're going to get a good job. You're going to work at that job for 40 years, make an average income, and you're going to save up this nest egg, right, for retirement. And then you're going to live a happy retirement life, right? And you're going to live this lifestyle that you've always dreamed of, right? But you got to put that off for 40 years, right? You're going to put that off for 40 years. You're going to put that lifestyle off, and then you realize that at age 65, you didn't save enough for retirement because you lived like 20 years in retirement, and you ran out of money because half of that money that you saved up went for taxes because you tax deferred it. That's one model that everybody talks about, and it is broken. It hasn't worked for 50 years, right? 75% of the people that reach retirement age, according to the statistics out there, you can look it up online. 75% of the people out there end up, with very little money in retirement, and so the stats are out there. So what's going to make you different? What's going to make you different is that you have to follow the second paradigm. The 5% of the people out there who are successful, understand this paradigm, and that is that you need to replace your active income, what you go out and do 40 hours a week to earn, right? You have to replace that with a passive income, and you might have been told that passive income is it's just a fairy tale, right? It doesn't really exist. There's no passive income, right? And you just got to stick to the grindstone and sit in your cubicle and go to work every day and do your daily tasks to make that whatever per hour, whether it's whether you're a doctor or a ditch digger, you're still stuck in this paradigm. It doesn't matter how much you make, right? You're still stuck in this paradigm where you have to put in the time in order to get paid, okay? So what I'm going to talk to you today is about passive income. Passive income is income that you don't have to put any energy in, and it just comes to you because you hold an asset, you developed an asset that's paying you passively over time. All right, so let's get into the slides here. And again, if you missed the website earlier, it's retireyounger.us retireyounger.us/call. And it's at the bottom of the screen here on this slide, okay? So what does retire younger mean? What does that mean? I titled my book, retire younger. That's just a weird phrase. What does younger mean, right? So retire younger is not an age, right? It's not an income level. Retire younger is just when it's that day when your active income is replaced by your passive income, or your passive income equals or surpasses your active income. So whether you make, $40,000 a year, or whether you make, $150,000 a year, $200,000 a year, it's the day when your passive income, your non-active income, replaces your active income. All right? So what does this allow you to do? It allows you to have the time freedom to do whatever you want, with whomever you want, whenever you want. Okay? And without worry. That's the key. Without worry. Because you know that every month money's going to come in. So we're talking about money that Warren Buffett makes, that Bill Gates makes, that passive income that they don't have to put any effort into. You can literally take all the money out of their bank accounts, right? You can take all the money from their bank accounts that they have accumulated over the years, right? And spend it, and they wouldn't care, because next month they got so much passive income coming in to replace and pay their bills that they're not worried, okay? So they have assets out there that are paying them passively every month, so that all their bills are paid, plus they have a lot extra that they can live on and do whatever they want, whenever they want, wherever they want, okay? So this is the type of income that you will want to think about, and anybody, and I give you permission, anybody can do this, right? It's your right. You deserve it, right? So if you want this, you can have it. And I'm going to show you on the phone call. If you schedule a phone call with me, I'm going to give you a game plan that's going to outline this, personalized for you, and show you exactly how you can achieve this in the next 3 to 5 years or less, okay? 3 to 5 years or less. And I'm going to show you that it's a proven model that I'm going to show you with you. I'm going to show proven strategy that you can apply, and it's worked for thousands of people, and you need to make it work for you, okay? So let's move on. All right, what do these three guys, these three fellas are on the screen right now, what do they have in common? Well, first of all three of these guys are my mentors, okay? All three of them are my mentors. They are people that I interact with almost on a daily basis, and I absorb what they're telling me, because all three of these guys have retired younger, okay? All three of these guys have retired already, okay? Now, Brian Elwood retired at age 36. He went from living paycheck to paycheck to barely being able to pay his bills to now living a freedom lifestyle that can rival anybody out there, okay? So he lives a lifestyle, he lives on his terms, and he can do whatever he wants, whenever he wants, with whomever he wants, anytime he wants, without worry. That's what retire younger means, okay? That's what retire younger means, and that's what you need to implement in your life. And to do that, the first step to do that is to first download and read my book, and secondly, schedule a call with me, and I'll give you a game plan, a personalized game plan that is customized, because each person is different. Each person is in a different point in their life, right? So I need to customize it to show you how you can get there as quickly with less effort as possible. All right, so Brian Elwood retired at age 36. He now lives a freedom lifestyle. Chris Crone retired at age 26. Now, Chris started out as a college student, right? He was going to school to be a doctor. He realized that it was going to take him 8 years of schooling to become a doctor. And then when he became a doctor, he realized that, he wasn't going to live the lifestyle that he really desired, which was not spending, 60, 80 hours at the hospital, dealing with patients. That wasn't the lifestyle that he had designed. Maybe he could have a good income, but his time would have been totally, taken by his occupation. And so he didn't want to live that lifestyle, and so he started to look for alternatives. And he quit college, and then he became a telemarketer. And it was during that telemarketing phase in his life that he discovered this strategy, and he's gone on to do over $1 billion in real estate transactions. So his way out, his passive income flow was from real estate. All right. So then we got the last person, Dan Locke. Now he's another mentor of mine, and I completed his high ticket sales program. All right, high ticket closer program, and I got the certificate and everything. It's around here somewhere. I'm not going to show it to you. Well, I'll show it to you because people don't believe me. But anyways, so he retired at age 26. He started out, just like everybody else. All three of these guys didn't start out with millions of dollars in the bank, right? They started out living paycheck to paycheck, just like everybody else. Dan Locke talks about, how he used to share a car with his mom, and that his total goal was to, earn enough income where he could support his mom and himself, because he was, it was just him and his mom here in Canada, and so he goes through the whole story. I don't know where my certificate is, but I got it somewhere. I don't see it here. All right, so all three of these guys, started just like you and I, right? Paycheck to paycheck to paycheck. All right, so what have they done differently? All three of these guys did a little different game plan, right? Right? Dan Locke made most of his money, doing high ticket closing and sales and internet marketing. Chris Crone did it in real estate. Brian Elwood did it through real estate as well, a different model of real estate. All right, so there's three people right there. They're living the lifestyle. They're retired. They have no worries. They can do whatever they want whenever they want, and they've taught thousands of people along the way. Chris has taught over 3,000 people. Dan Locke has taught over 6,000 people how to do the same thing. Brian Elwood has taught hundreds of people on how to do the same thing as him. All right, and so all three of these are mentors. So now I have all that knowledge and information on what to do and what not to do, and how to get there faster and quicker and better. And I'm going to share that with you on the phone call. You just go to retireyounger.us/call, and I'll show you step by step how you can implement these strategies so that you can develop that passive income, and so it will replace your active income. And so here's 3 examples right here. All right, so here's the steps. Here's the stages, the steps. It's not really steps because there's stages, right? And there's several steps inside those stages. But here's the 3 things that you need to focus on, okay? What is your why? Why do you want this, right? What is that burning desire within you that's going to propel you forward no matter what? Because no matter what you're going to do in life, you're going to hit obstacles. You're going to hit things that seem impossible for you to achieve, right? And the only way to get through that is to have somebody support you, and to have that burning desire within you to move through that obstacle, right? You can go under it, you can go over it, you can go around it, you can blow that obstacle up, and guess what? you're going to get through that obstacle. And the only way you're going to do that is having that support group and to have that desire to push through. You know, a weight trainer, somebody who lifts weights and exercises, right? What do they use? They use resistance. They use the resistance to get stronger. And the same thing applies here. You need that resistance, and you need that desire to keep pushing forward, even though it hurts, even though there's pain, even though that you're exhausted. You need to push forward because you know that the end results are going to be more desirable than what you are right now. You need to either run away from what you are right now and move towards something that you want to be, or you know, stay stuck. You're gonna. So what's going to break that through? I'm going to give you a tool today that's going to allow you to break through any obstacle. Okay, any obstacles. I'm going to give you that tool today that's going to allow you to never let anybody say that you can't do this, you shouldn't do this, because those are people that will never do anything, right? Those are people that will stay stuck because the crab in the bucket, where if one crab tries to get out of the bucket, they're going to pull you down. And so you need something, you need a tool to push through that and to get the hell out of that bucket, to move forward, right? And if you're not moving forward, you're not moving anywhere. So you're going backwards. Somebody's race, running the race with you, and they're passing you. Okay, so if you're not pushing forward, you're not going 100%. You're going to miss out. Okay, so that can only come from you. I can't provide that for you. That desire has to come from you. I can only support that, right? If you want to move forward, I'm going to move forward with you. We're yoked together, right? We call it yoking together. So I'm going to push forward with you, and we're going to make it happen, okay? So the second step, the second stage, right, is to build or to acquire passive cash flow investments. Now, what's a passive cash flow investment, right? That's a big word, or people think it's a big thing. Well, one form of passive cash flow is royalties, right? Now, you've probably heard of people called YouTubers, right? And so what they do is they go out and make videos, and they get an audience, and then they get paid by the advertisers for all those video views, and the advertisers get to advertise on those videos, and they make a passive royalty income just from the videos. Now, there's plenty of opportunities on the internet where you can develop royalty income, whether it's affiliate programs, Amazon, e-commerce, different things like that will generate royalty income, right? And then you can reinvest that income into more passive forms of cash flow, right? So there's plenty of opportunities out there, and so the other types of passive cash flow are real estate and real estate notes. Now, most people understand real estate. You buy and sell real estate. You buy it, at a lower price. You sell it at a higher price. You make a little bit of commission, or you do rentals where you're making, monthly cash flow. But a lot of people don't understand about notes. Now, every time this piece of property is purchased and they don't pay full cash value for that, they don't pay all cash, then there's a note created. There's a piece of paper that says, I promise to pay this amount of money for this number of months, and that's called a note, right? That note can be purchased, and a lot of times they're either performing or non-performing or reperforming. And so you can buy these notes at discount and make money, a lot more money than if you were to go and purchase that real estate, in the open market. Okay, so a lot of people don't understand about note buying. So that's one form of investing that you could put your money into. And the nice thing about note buying is that money is coming in automatically every month, and it's contractual, right? So you have legal rights. You have legal rights with that piece of paper, and you can manipulate those rights so that you can generate more income, or cash the note out, or do different things, right? And make more money. Okay, so you're in control. The next thing is buying or acquiring a business. So when you acquire a business, you become the business owner, and you can use other people's capital to purchase that business. You don't have to come up with that money out of your pocket. And so that's the great thing about once you own the business, then you can hire a manager, a CEO, and all the activity of running that business is put on their shoulders, and then you can sit back and just collect those monthly royalty checks that come in every month from that business, because businesses naturally are designed to profit and to make money and to generate cash flow, right? Profits. And so you, as the owner, you have the rights to all that profit. Okay, so this is called M&A, and so the great thing about all this whole category is that you don't have to be an expert in any of these cash flow investments. What you can do is you can partner with experts, right? You can partner with experts, 50-50 partnerships, right? You can develop 50-50 partnerships and get 50% of all the cash flow that comes in, all the profits that are coming in. You can joint venture with somebody else, okay, who can do all the work, and all you do is sit back and collect those passive cash flows. All right, so you don't have to be an expert at that. I'm going to share with that on the phone call. If you call me at retireyounger.us/call, I'm going to show you all your different options and see which one best fits you, okay? And I'm going to give you access to all the information that you'll need to get started with that. All right, so the next stage is to automate, okay? So stage number 3 is to automate. So once you start generating cash flow, you can take like 10% of that cash flow and pay other people to do all the active processes in the business. So if you're acquiring real estate, right, you can hire somebody to go out and find that real estate, to get it under contract, and to find the buyers and do all those activities, right? And all you do is collect those monthly, those checks, those royalty checks that come in every month when you have a cash buyer making payments every month, right? So that's just one way that you can generate cash flow passively, and you can have it automated where you're not doing anything. There's no worries when you're not doing anything. The only thing you got to do is follow up with the people that you hire to automate it for you, right? So you can syndicate this with other people's money or in other people's time. So syndication is vital, and you can make a percentage of what they make, doing the same thing, developing passive income flow, cash flows. And you can partner with other people, right? That's called syndication. And so you can use other people's time and other people's money. Other people's time and other people's money. This is the point where you can leverage time. Imagine leveraging time. Imagine having 100 people out there putting 40 hours a week into something, right? That's over, 4,000 hours, right? That's 4,000 hours of effort that's going out every single week, right? And so imagine you leveraging other people's time and how much you can accomplish and how big your business can grow if you have 40,000 hours of manpower going out there. Other people's money, there's $17 trillion sitting on people's retirement accounts, and they all need to cash flow their retirement income, and so they can extend their income, for years and years into the future. And so they need a vehicle that's going to pay them a double-digit return on their money, and you can show people how to do that through the opportunities that I'm going to share with you on the phone call at retireyounger.us/call. All right, so you can grow your business exponentially in this third stage. But first you have to have the reason why, and then you have to start building cash flow assets or acquiring cash flow assets. And thirdly, you have to automate the whole process so it becomes 100% passive, 100% worry-free on your part, and your income will continue to grow month after month and year after year until in perpetuity. Until, forever, right? You'll have lifetime income, what we call lifetime income. All right, I think I got one more slide. Let's see. All right, so yeah. So here's the tool that you're going to use to break through any obstacle that is standing in your way. Any obstacle. Now, this is so powerful. And if you use this tool, you want to write this down, okay? If you use this tool, this is something that you need to do. You need to do it for yourself, and it's going to allow you to break through any obstacle, anything that's going to get in your way, okay? And so what you want to do is you want to write a letter to yourself, and it's going to be about your ideal day. So this is the day in which you design, right? So this is the day that you design. What would that look like? What would you do on a day where you had all the time, all the money, all the resources that you could ever want, right? What would that day look like? And it has to be realistic, right? So it has to be realistic. So be realistic, but create an ideal day, what that would look like. What is the person that you want to be? What people are in your life at that particular moment in time? You know, are people wanting to hear from you, and do they want, you know, can you give value to a group of people, right? Can you give value to a group of people? Is that the lifestyle that you want to live, right? Do you want to be a giver? Do you want to give to your community? Do you want to give to your family? Do you want to give to the world this gift that you have, right? And so, what is it that your gift? What is it that you're sharing on a daily basis? What is it that you have around you that's going to inspire you, right? That's going to allow you to live the lifestyle that you've always wanted to live. And so, you know, where in the world are you living, right? Are you living on the beach? Are you living up the mountains? Are you living in a city? Where are you living? What's your surroundings like? You know, is it, you know, one vision that I have is this like modern looking home, right? That's on the beach, right? And it's got this infinity pool that you can go, like every morning I'll jump in the infinity pool and I'll sit there and watch the waves come in off the ocean and feel that breeze on my face, and have my family there too, my kids, my wife, and you know, my parents, and just knowing that I have family around me who loves and that I can spend time with. That's one vision, right? And then, you know, having just the freedom of knowing that all the bills are paid, and that I can give of my time, I can give of my money, I can give without worry, right? Without worry. That's the thing that drives me, right? I want to get rid of that worry in my life. Now we're all gonna have tragic things that happen, and we have to deal with those, and you know, illnesses and diseases and just crazy things that happen. But you know, just having that freedom to do that, and not having to worry about, you know, having to go in and work 40 hours to get a paycheck. That's you know, we only live one time on this earth. So write that letter to yourself. What would that look like? And then what I want you to do is I want you to take that letter out every single day in the morning and read it, right? Read it to yourself until it becomes a part of you, right? It becomes part of your consciousness and your subconsciousness. And then what I want you to do is take that letter and then look at the problems and obstacles that are standing in your way for that particular day, and say, and let that letter be your guide to what decisions you make during that day. Is this going to get me closer to that goal, closer to that ideal day, or is it going to take me away from it? And stick to this like a very narrow path that you need to stay on. You can't be going left and right. You have to stay on this narrow, tightrope path, right? And this letter is that thing at the end of the path. This is the thing at the end of the path, the end of the rope, right? This is where you want to go. And there's a narrow path, and if you veer off to the right or the left, you're going to fall to your death, right? So you need to stick to that one vision, that clarity, right? This is the ideal day. This is where I want to go. And then I want you to just focus on that and make your decisions, whether you're going to do this or do that on a daily basis. And if you just take one step at a time, day by day, and start heading down that rope towards that vision that you have, that ideal day, you will get there. And the day that you get there is the day that you retire. Is the day that you can look back and say, darn, I'm here. I'm retired younger, right? So if you got any information about this video today, and you want to pursue this further and see how you get started with Retire Younger and learn how you can grow your passive income to replace your active income, then you need to schedule a call with me at retireyounger.us/call. And if this is your first video, I'm going to make a lot more videos. I'm going to make probably a video almost every single day, and I'm going to give you another step down the path, so that you can start putting these steps together and creating a strategy where you can get to that ideal day quicker and faster. Right? Now, if you want to shortcut this, the easiest way is to get on a call with me, where I can customize it depending on where you are in that path. Because you might be halfway there. You might be halfway down that path towards your ideal day already. And so there's no sense of starting back at the beginning if you're already halfway there, right? So why not, get a call with me and let me determine where we are on that path, right? And then we can customize a plan to get you the rest of the way and get there as quickly and as efficiently as possible. All right, until the next video, this is Gian Roberts, and I'm signing off. Have a good day.